9 years. That's how long the Bay Area has been waiting for justice. 9 years of unanswered questions, whispers on the streets, and families left shattered. In 2015, a drive-by shooting rocked San Francisco's Bayview district, leaving multiple people dead, others injured, and an entire community gripped with fear. The case went cold. Until now. And at the center of the shocking arrest? A man the streets know only as Diggla. The Bayview district is no stranger to crime. But what happened that night in 2015 stood out even in a city hardened by violence. Gunfire erupted from a speeding car, tearing through the neighborhood. People scrambled for cover. Some never got back up. Detectives arrived to a crime scene filled with chaos, shell casings scattered across the asphalt, terrified witnesses ducking questions, and bodies being rushed to the hospital. But here's the chilling part: the shooter disappeared into thin air. No arrests. No solid leads. Just a community left in silence. For years, this case haunted investigators. It became one of those unsolved mysteries people whispered about but never expected to see cracked. Families of the victims demanded answers, but the trail had gone cold. Evidence was scarce, witnesses were afraid, and the Bayview carried on, with the shadow of that shooting lingering in every street corner. Until now. Fast forward nearly a decade later. Police announced the arrest of Anthony James Tyree, age 34, better known by his alias, Diggla. When investigators moved in on Tyree, they weren't just expecting to find a suspect. They were expecting to find secrets. And they did. During the search of his residence, authorities uncovered something chilling: a hidden ghost assault rifle. For those who don't know, ghost guns are untraceable weapons, built from kits or parts, with no serial numbers, no paper trail. They're the kind of firearms you'd expect to see in the underworld, not sitting in someone's living room. But here's the question: was this rifle just a tool for intimidation? Or was it the smoking gun linking Tyree to not just one, but multiple cold case murders? Prosecutors say Tyree is now facing charges of murder, attempted murder, and illegal possession of firearms. And suddenly, a cold case that once seemed unsolvable has come roaring back into the headlines. Think about this. For almost 10 years, Tyree was walking free. Living his life. Building his reputation. All while families grieved, and detectives stared at unsolved files gathering dust. Was he hiding in plain sight? Or had he carefully constructed a double life, one where Anthony Tyree blended in, while Diggla carried the weight of darker secrets? The Bayview district has always carried scars from gang violence, drugs, and drive-bys. But this case feels different. This is about closure, about justice delayed, but maybe not denied. And yet, there's tension in the air. Witnesses who once stayed silent may now be forced to speak. The court may uncover truths that the streets tried to bury. And if Tyree really was tied to these murders, the trial could reveal just how deep this violence runs in San Francisco. Picture this: 9 years ago, a car speeding through the night, windows down, a hail of bullets tearing through the neighborhood. Now picture today, a man in handcuffs, his alias whispered in court, his fate hanging by a thread. The contrast is chilling. So here's the ultimate question. Is this finally justice for the victims of the 2015 Bayview drive-by? Or is Anthony Tyree just the first domino in a much larger, more dangerous story? Because if there's one thing investigators know, when a case this cold suddenly heats up, there are always more secrets waiting to surface. This is one story we'll be following closely. If you want to stay updated on shocking cold cases, hidden ghost guns, and the darker side of true crime, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Tyree is guilty, or is there more to this story than meets the eye?